Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. Today I'm going to be doing a battle report of Star Wars Legion with Jeff. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
I'm not enjoying the weather. It's very hot in the UK at the moment. And today, obviously, I said we're doing a battle report of Star Wars Legion. I'm going to be running Luke and Sabine. And obviously, they've just come out, so I'm going to be running that. I'll talk through the list in a moment. You're running Boba, Krennic, Veers. A bit of an off-kilter list today.
It is. The meta at the moment is a lot of range 4 stuff, so I'm trying out something that gets up and close and personal and see if that works.
But, my Luke is looking forward to that, I'm not going to lie. So we'll go through the lists, we'll do the command cards, and then, we'll set up the table and we'll do it. Like and subscribe if you're not already. So we're looking at Jeff's list now, and we've right at the front here, we've got Veers, who doesn't have anything, Krennic, who has recon intel, Boba, who's got recon intel and emergency stims, and then at the front here we've got a unit of flamers who've got the leader. I think they've got recon intel, impact grenades, obviously the flamers I just said. That's going to be a pretty interesting unit. And then we've obviously got the Death Troopers, and they've not got the DLT-19 Trooper, it's the other one. Obviously they do have the config as well. They've got recon intel also. There'll be an interesting unit to watch. And then we've got 2 units of DLT Stormtroopers, both with the medic droid, 1 unit of saboteurs, and 1 unit of snipers. So this will be an interesting list to face and to obviously beat. So my list then is classic Luke and obviously Sabine, as I mentioned in the intro. Luke's running force push and stims. Sabine is running stims and the Darksaber and this new electro grappling line. We'll see how that gets on. Then I've got 4 units of Rebel Troopers with the Z6, 1 naked unit of Rebel Troopers over there in the back, 2 units of snipers, and an ATRT with the Flamer. So I suspect the impact grenades might dampen my ATRT's ability to this game, but Luke and Sabine obviously want to get up in the face of those Imperials and slaughter them. So we'll see how it goes. We'll move on to the deployment cards. So these are the deployment and condition cards that we've gone with. We've done a trial run, so we already know what we're going to do. I'm going to get rid of rapid reinforcements on my first goal there. Jeff, I think
I'd like to hit that later on.
You want to break through.
Being in control, I'm going to take that off.
Yeah, the hostile environment's probably not that great for me at the minute, and then I'm just going to get rid of advanced positions.
And then because I want to take the breakthrough, I'm going to knock that off.
Yeah, so we're going to play major offensive, breakthrough, and hostile environment. So yeah, we'll set up the board and I'll show you the terrain and everything, and we'll crack on. So this is the table. The tree's going to get more. In fact, I might just temporarily move this tree just for this video. From left to right, this is the entire board. There is a tree that's going to go here. And I'll show you where we've actually deployed. So Jeff's got a unit of snipers in the light cover there, the DLT with the medic there, the Death Troopers and Krennic, they've moved up quite aggressively in the centre of the board, DLT medic over there, and then on this right flank here you can see in the far right at the edge of the board there is the unit of Snow Troopers with the Flamer, etc. The Saboteur, Veers and Boba all taking a reasonably aggressive position, and when you consider the fact that if we look where my army is, you might understand exactly why, because here I don't really have anything interesting. Only do I have the ATRT with the Flamer and a naked unit of Rebel Troopers, and that's because all my guys are here, hidden in the shade of the building. Behind here I've got a unit of snipers, 1 hidden. Then I've got another unit of snipers which are also hiding behind this back tree here, and then literally everybody else is here. So Luke, Sabine, unit of Rebel Troopers, and there's 3 units of Rebel Troopers with the Z6 there. So all my Z6s are all there, and that's the board from left to right. And then we've picked our command cards, so we'll see what we've gone with. I am going with one of Sabine's, which is going to be the Legacy of Mandalore, and we're getting maximum firepower because I suspect this is going to go straight onto my ATRT. So I'm going to give mine obviously to Luke, Sabine, and my snipers. That's going to give me aims and dodges galore. So we'll come back when it's the first action. So Jeff's maximum firepower, going to go with Veers first, and it is going to be on my ATRT. So we're not too worried about measuring. So if you see we've not measured it properly and stuff like that, don't moan at me. We're not stressing too much. He's going to give spotter, I think, aims to some people. Is he going to include himself? He is including himself. And the other one he's giving to Bubba. And then we're going to see the dice roll onto the ATRT. It's going to be, it's got impact, something, you can reroll that one, reroll that, yeah, well. Does he surge? He surges anyway, okay. Surges to a crit. Impact, what is the impact on this one?
Impact.
It's on the card, isn't it? Impact 2. So 3 dice. Yep. 3. I don't surge on the defense, it's just blocks. Oh, I do apologise there, look at that. Last time I played Jeff, my dice rolls were a lot better than his. So that's 1 wound onto the ATRT. That's pretty unlucky from Vias, not going to lie. My unit of snipers over there going to shoot into the saboteurs. It's in heavy cover because of the building, well, he's in light anyway. So I'm going to aim and shoot. So it's light cover. Well, that'll do it. These rolls at the start of this game, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so you need to roll 2 dice. Oh, they do surge, but it's only 1 dead because of PS1. Ooh. So just before we go on to this, the Death Trooper units have got comms relay. So Entourage from Krennic went onto them and then back onto Krennic, basically. And then Jeff has randomly selected Core Troopers. So this unit of DLT with the Medic Droid, going to move up. The Medic Droid's going to stay within range 1 and heal the Saboteur back. So that he's got both models in there. And then the rest of them are going to move up and shoot the ATRT, who I have here. I've not taken away the deployment thing like I should have, but that's fine. It's 2 red dice because he can't quite make it into range 3. It's going to be 1 because of the impact 1. I do make this one. I think Jeff's going to go home. I need to check these dice for waiting. I've randomly selected and got the invulnerable ATRT, who definitely should be at least on more than 1 wound at the minute. And I'm just going to double move. I'm going to double move. I'm going to go 1 to here. Obviously I could do my normal weapon, which would possibly cause suppression or what have you, but I'm going intense. We're going to go just straight forward. It's basically saying you've got to kill me, and kill me sooner rather than later. I'll just put myself there actually. So double move there from the ATRT. I'm going to obviously get shot at, but meh. So Krennic is going to just aim and shoot straight into the ATRT. He does surge to a crit, but he's got a name. Oh, it's 2 hits, so at the minute he doesn't have any impact, so you might as well, it doesn't really matter which ones he rolls. I guess he's just searching for surges here, or crits. No, nothing there. It's very unfortunate. Jeff's dice not liking him today. I've drawn my Core Troopers, and just to be super boring, I'm just going to double move these guys into the terrain. One thing that is blowing my mind is that we are playing Breakthrough, and so we've got to consider that. We are playing Breakthrough, so I've got to get all my guys here to probably that point there, whereas Jeff's probably going to be easily able to just walk these guys. Once he kills the ATRT, if he ever does them, I don't just hit everything. He'll just be able to walk in here. So that's my Core Troopers just going to hide behind this barricade. So Jeff's got his Core Troopers, and we've realised he's going to do a sneaky drive-by shot. So he's going to move up to here, take the shot, and then move again. So don't move everybody, just roll the dice, yeah. Straight into Luke. This is Luke with no cover. They do surge to a hit, so it's 1. It's pretty terrible dice from Jeff here. So 1 onto Luke. There's no cover or anything like that. And I don't hit it, so it actually is 1 wound onto Luke, and then he's just going to do a move over there to the left, which I thought he was going to go around the building around the back, but he's probably a bit scared of Luke, which is understandable. Although he did just cause a wound on Luke. Therefore, I've got my my snipers, and I know he's got a medic just waiting behind them, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm going to aim and shoot onto the Death Troopers. They're in the open. PS1 should be pretty okay. I've got an aim, I've got a crit, and with my aim, so it's just 1, it's just literally just 1 dead because it's PS1. But obviously they're going to get healed back in a moment. So Jeff just pointed out, I've been cheating again. It's my usual play. When I was rolling my snipers, I've been rolling 2 black dice. Now when I did kill the saboteurs, I did have 2 crits. So we're just going to leave that the way it is. We're not too fussed. Jeff's not too fussed there. But I've just rolled this dice into the Death Troopers. So I'm going to aim and shoot from my snipers into the Death Troopers with the correct dice this time. I'll leave that, which is handy. I'll roll that one again just to see if I can get another crit. I can't, so... Oh, well, there was no cover here, so it is 2. I probably shouldn't have re-rolled that. It's two blocks, so it is going to kill 1. It's the same result, just a little bit differently with the correct dice. So my apologies to Jeff for the earlier mistake. Jeff's just drawn his snipers, and they're going to aim and shoot into my snipers, who just did the sneaky shot. He actually does have 2 black dice, because that's Imperials. Do forgive me again. It's a hit and a surge, but the surge doesn't do anything. I am in heavy cover, so it's going to go down to light, and one's just going to die. So my sniper's going to get replaced with the guy at the back. And I'll put a suppression on them. I'm going to take Luke then, who's hiding in the shadow of this building. I'm just going to double move. I'm literally going to double move this way. And then with jump 1, I'm going to hop on to the building over here, which I cannot see for the life of me. Well, you just told that, thank you very much. Yeah. It doesn't need to be precise. I'll just put myself there. And that's him done. Oh, I should have tried to rally. He does have 1 suppression, so it's not going to matter too much. Now he has 0, so all well and good. But yeah, that's Luke just chilling out on the building there, looking ominous.
I think I'm going to head.
So Jeff saboteurs, he's dropped the bomb. Obviously now Luke's like, oh, you put a bomb in front of me. And then they're just going to move away with the second action in whatever, a leftly direction, away from Luke, which makes perfect sense. So with my first unit of core troopers here, I'm just going to move up to this building with a double move. In fact, I might not even measure this, because the second one is obviously going to be in. I will measure it though, because I know you guys hate me. So there we go, and then I'll core here. So that's that unit of core troopers. I've just got the other 2 units of core troopers, which are going to be there and there. So with Jeff's last unit of core troopers, is going to heal the wound back on the death troopers with the medic, and then that's a free action, isn't it? So you're going to aim and shoot at the AT-AT. Now, hopefully this will be at least. I'm like cheering for at least 1 wound here myself, because this has been very unfortunate at the moment. I can't see all of those dice at the minute. It's just the impact would be going through. So you're probably fishing for crits, so you don't really matter which dice you roll. No crits, so it's just going to be the 1. Now watch me block this. I've said it now. No, it is actually a wound onto the AT-AT, just cheering there in the background. So another unit of core troopers, I'm just going to double move. As you can see, I've got the movement with this unit and just wipe them here and hide behind this barricade, basically. It's just getting into position at the moment. Jeff's obviously going this way around the board, whereas I was going that way around the board. And I don't want to leave, just a big open gap here. So I'm just going to try and fill it in with these 2 units of core troopers. The Death Troopers then are actually going to use their range 1 to 2 ability. They're going to aim and shoot at the AT-AT. There's no impact in this hit, but there is a lot of dice. Fishing for crits gets to reroll 4. I see at least 1 crit, but I only see the 1. So it's now we're going to reroll. We don't really matter what for, because we're fishing for crits. So we're going to reroll 4. Hopefully get another crit. No, so just the 1. And not blocked, so it is on 3 wounds. So it's getting there, but the dice Jeff's dice not been so great. So we never mentioned it before, but Luke is Boba's bounty. I'm going to move. We've measured this, before the game, before I've done this move, because otherwise it's awkward. The cohesion I'll sort out in a minute, and I'm going to blast it into Boba. Obviously I've got no aims and he's in light cover, but I've got a lot of dice. Oh, and I've rolled some crits. I've rolled more crits there than Jeff did, very easily. And light cover is going to take 1 away, so it's actually going to be 4. So I just knock that. He does have the best save, and he does hit them all this time. So that was sort of to be expected, but it is a suppression, not much else. So Boba Fett, he's going to just shoot. He's going to split his fire, so he's going to get the impact 1 onto thing. He didn't. Well, he's got courage, whatever it is. So he's going to shoot the first one onto the AT-AT. Oh, 2 crits. 2 crits. Can't believe this. So he's not going to use his aim there. But there's no pierce, so I actually do get to roll the dice at least. And 0, so that puts him on 5 wounds, which does hit my resilience value. I've rolled the block, which I'm not 100% sure which one that is. I will check in a moment. So Luke, this is on to Luke now. Surge, which I think surges to a crit. So you're going to use his aim. And the aim is 2 crits basically onto Luke. The cover didn't matter there, but I do get red defense dice for this one. I'm okay there. I lose 1 wound. So I will put that on right now. And then Boba is going to move. And we know he's going to move into just this terrain here. Interesting, I will check the resilience value for this now. Well, I know it's hit the resilience value, but I'll check which one the block is. I'm going to take Sabine. The aims have been wasted just because of Jeff running away. which I don't blame him, don't get me wrong. You can't really see what I'm doing here, but I'm just going to move to there. I've picked the spot on the mat. And then I'm going to do another move. This one I'm probably actually going to jump. I'm just going to jump into, I wouldn't say cover here, but just sort of in the open, but sort of behind this rock as well. So I've jumped Sabine basically right there, which I appreciate is weird, but that's what I'm going to do. Just out of action, so these rebel troopers at the back are just going to move up to this building, just a double move. I'll move here, and then I will move touching the terrain just on the safe side. Do apologise, it is sometimes hard to film, especially with the shadow here. I would normally put the extra lights on, but it's so hot in the UK that I really don't want to do it. So, summarising the turn, as that is the end of the turn. The medics have both spent one of their wounds and healed, so we healed the Death Trooper back. Everybody else is shot. I've lost one of my snipers there by a sniper shot. Obviously, what I've killed so far has been brought back, which isn't necessarily the end of the world. My ATRT, it's on the damage one, which basically means I only get one action unless I roll a block or a surge each turn. That obviously took shots from everything. It probably should already be dead, for sure, because of the dice rolls, but, you know, if I do get my one action off, I would generally need two actions to get range one shot. So I think the ATRT is done, so that's going to put us equal on actions. Boba did reasonably well just shooting, causing a wound on Luke, causing an extra wound on the ATRT. I shot the saboteurs back. Luke's just double moved onto there, Sabine's double moved here. I've sort of set up a bit of a position here that's going to help me try and slow down that that diagonally sloping force, which looks very ominous. Everybody at the back here is just sort of sneaking around there, but you know the goal is to get to the deployment, which is about there. And yeah, really that is the end of turn one. We're going to go get some drinks because it's boiling, and we'll come back when we've selected our command cards for turn two. So moving into turn two, we're going to do the command cards. I think I know what I'm picking. I'm not 100% sure what Jeff's picking, but I've gone with Son of Skywalker, and Jeff has gone with Deploy the Garrison, which is going to give standbys to some units. So we'll give the actions and then we'll do the first action. So the orders went down as such. Obviously, I have Son of Skywalker on Luke, but Deploy the Garrison allows you to give standby to 2 units. So he's put it on the Snowtroopers and the DLT troopers there. The Death Troopers with relay has flipped it onto Boba just to give Boba control, but he doesn't have the standby because you can only do it twice, which is pretty interesting. Then I've randomly selected my snipers, because obviously if Luke jumps into that gap, yeah, I can probably get to Vias, but I'm going to be taking a hell of a lot of shots in return from that standby, and that's not what I want in my life. So I'm actually going to shoot this unit because they're a little bit further away. So my snipers are going to aim and shoot at that unit. I obviously just need one hit here, and I'm not really bothered. They're in probably no cover because it doesn't really matter, because even if they're wearing light, so I'm going to get at least one here. So that's all I really need to do. It's going to knock off the things. So it's just going to be 1 dead and 1 suppression, which takes the standby away. Which, I mean, I'm not saying I'll get the maximum use of Son of Skywalker here, but, you know, I forced the play, and we'll see what happens. So just Special Forces, the Saboteurs, are going to plant another bomb, which really is, you know, putting Luke on the possibility of not jumping in, and then he's simply going to move away. And I'm going to randomly select, and I'll do that live. We'll do it live. I've got Sabine, which is not really what I wanted. So as you saw, I drew Sabine. Obviously, I've measured this out. You can see with the thingy on the table. I'm going to go here. Just make sure. I just want to be at range 2 of all these guys here, which is fine. I'm actually just going to move a little further back, try and keep myself in as much cover as possible. I'm going to shoot the Snowtroopers. They're in light cover because of the area cover. I have no aim, and I really want to knock off the suppression, the standby, so I need at least 1, and I got at least 1 crit. 1 goes away for thinking. It's PS1, so it's actually just one of the Snowtroopers dead. So that's fine. Onto the other unit there, who were in light cover because of suppression. Another crit, and the light cover goes away again, just 1 dead. Pretty interesting there. So Sabine doing work, just popping off the standby, taking another of the Stormtroopers down. Aim shoot Luke from the unit of snipers in the light cover there. He's obviously, well, he's in heavy cover, but it goes down to light because of sharpshooter. It's 1 hit and a blank, so he's going to roll that one. He's in light cover, so it's actually just going to be a suppression. But Luke is obviously going to go now. He's going to jump down, so this is where he would be, but we're not going to. I'm not going to put him there. This is a dead model. And then Jeff's going to blow up one of the bombs, which I think is the one outside of range of the snows, which is going to hit me and Luke, obviously. Me and Luke, Vias and Luke. So who's going to do it on first, Vias or Luke? Luke first. Oh, it's a crit and a hit, so it's 2. I roll my dice. I can't actually see what I think it's 1 wound. Yep, 1 wound. So he's going to go on to 3. And it is suppressive. I actually didn't rally, so I'll have to double check if I can rally that one away just quickly. It doesn't matter too much because I get both my actions. So he's going to go on 3 suppression, but it doesn't matter until the next turn. I'll sort that out in a minute. Then on to Vias himself. It's 1 hit onto Vias and 1 block. So just 2 suppression onto Vias and 2 suppression onto Luke. And then Luke is obviously going to jump into combat. We've just measured this. This is in range. And obviously I am going to attack. Again, I need to sort out the suppression in a moment. Luke's attack dice is 6 black. I'm pretty sure that is the case. 6 black attack dice then from Luke onto Vias. I have no aim, so at the minute it's PS2. He's not immune to Pierce, is he? I don't think he's immune to Pierce. No. So it's 2 wounds there. And then the Son of Skywalker is going to pop. Son of Skywalker pops, so I get another roll. That is a little bit better. You are going to have to roll some dice this time. It's 5 dice. It's going to pierce 3 of them away. He's dead. And then I'm going to force push. And I'm going to force push this unit into melee with Luke. Which isn't ideal because they have to go, but that's just the way it goes. So Vias was drawn, which was the commander. If that would have been just before I did the Luke, obviously Vias could have just ran away and my Son of Skywalker would have been wasted. So Vias is going to move up and shoot. Not that it don't matter which way around we do it, but he's going to shoot into the ATRT. Rainbow dice, surges to crits, but just a hit, no dice there. So my ATRT is still alive, barely. My sniper then, who I've randomly selected, I've drawn them. They're going to shoot the Death Troopers. They're in heavy cover. I've had to move, so there's no aim. They're in light cover, which goes down to none. So whatever. It's whatever I roll. So they don't surge. They do surge, but it doesn't matter because I've got PS1. Oh, no, it's 2. I keep thinking I'm playing Rebels. I do apologise. So it's 2 dead. Two of the Death Troopers dead. Okay, not a bad shot there from them. And the medic's obviously going to heal it up. But Boba is going to go then, and it's just going to aim and shoot straight into the ATRT. This is going to be a bye-bye ATRT. It's Impact 1, PS 1. So I think essentially any hit is a dead ATRT. It's dead. Because one of them goes to Impact. Yeah, one of them, yeah, it's dead. Trust me, it's dead, guys. So I'm going to go with one of my core troopers. I only have core troopers left. This core trooper here, just going to move up to here, as you can see. I'm in range because I've already measured this. And I'm going to shoot these 4 guys here. They are in, well, they're in the open technically, but they've got suppression. So, they're going to get light cover. But I'll sort out cohesion in a minute. I'm going to get all my dice. There's no aim. So whatever I hit, -1. Whatever I hit, I'll just take 1 away for now. They don't surge. So it's 4 at the moment. Well, I say at the moment, I mean it is 4. So 4 red dice. 3 have been hit, so it's 1 dead and an extra suppression, which could be important because that does mean they're likely only to have 1 action now. So just drawn the core trooper, didn't rally, both of them rallied one of them, kept him on 1 suppression, so he's only got 1 action. He's going to just move and heal because the healing is a free action. So the Death Troopers, I lied before when I said he couldn't get both of them back because I didn't realise about the other medic. So he's going to go back up to 4, and then this unit, obviously when they go, will probably heal it back up to 5. So with my unit of core troopers, I'm going to move out, and because you have to be able to slide the model along the base, I can't do it like a diagonal, which means that's the best place I can get. And it's just touching the terrain. You might not be able to see it, but the red line is touching the terrain there. So I want to shoot Boba. Boba's going to be in heavy cover. So it's just whatever I roll, -2. Because I have no aims or anything like that. And I didn't get that one out of my hand. But those crits will do very nicely because it's actually just going to be the 2 crits that go through. Oh, that did touch my hand, but it's 1 and thingy. So it's 1 wound onto Boba, which is a start, I guess. Take it, Boba. So we forgot about compel, so because it was only 1 action to go basically and it doesn't change anything, he's going to take the extra suppression. These guys would have been out of range, but these guys are in. I'm in heavy cover, it's 2 red dice. Yeah, so we're just going back a little bit. I'm in heavy cover, So that's just going to be a suppression, but that's essentially what we wanted because we're playing hostile environment, so I can't get rid of it basically, as I'm not touching the terrain. So the Death Troopers were drawn next. It would have possibly been nice if he got his Core Troopers so he could have healed the other Death Trooper back, but they're just going to move up to here. We'll sort out the cohesion in a minute, and they're going to shoot this unit that's not been with the Z6 into heavy cover. It's 4 black dice. Into heavy cover, it's a crit. There's no pierce on this, I don't think, or anything. No, I don't. Nope. I'm going to roll the dice. It's not a red dice, Jason, it's a white dice. I have been rolling the wrong dice, so don't hate me if I've rolled lots. That's a wound and 2 suppression, because it is the suppressive weapon. It is the tapped version of it, but that could be important, obviously, because we're playing hostile, and you know I've only got Luke there, and I think he's in range, but you know, just in case. The naked unit of rebel troopers that I've been thinking were going to do nothing. I'm just going to pop out from behind this barricade because I can still stay in cover. And take a little sneaky shot onto Krennic, not Veers, as I keep saying. It's 4 black dice, though, in the open, and he's only got white saves, I think, so they don't surge, so it's just 1. It is 1 wound onto Krennic, though, so I'll take that. So the last unit of Core Troopers are going to move up. They're going to move up to there. They're going to heal the last guy back of the Death Troopers. That does tap all of the medics, which I say I'm happy about. Obviously, it would have been better if I killed some stuff. I learned before that the Saboteurs have got stims, so I decided not to shoot them. He's going to DLT the unit that just shot Krennic. It's like, damn you. But I am in heavy cover just because of the way that I've placed them, and he does get a crit. So it's 1 at the moment, and I will roll my white dice here. This 4-man group suddenly becomes a 3-man group, and so it's 1 wound and 1 suppression. My second to last unit of Core Troopers is just going to move up to there, which is going to take a heavy shot cover into Boba. Obviously, Boba, as I just said, is in heavy cover, so no aims. Whatever I roll -2, or I'll take 2 crits again. I'll take that. It's just 2 crits again because 2 of the hits are going to go away because of cover. And, another 1 wound. So Boba he's taken 2 wounds. So they've said, I've had enough of Luke. They've said this entire unit here, which is 5 of them, are going to just aim punch Luke right in his face. It's at least 3 at the minute. Yep, 4. I can see 4. You happy with 4? Aim. Yeah, forgot about the aim. It's still going to stay on 4. So this could technically kill Luke. I do have stim, so not kill, but could hurt Luke very much so. And he does take 2 wounds, so he's actually going to be on 5, which just about doesn't kill him. My last unit here can't really shoot anybody this turn, so I'm just going to... They failed the rally, so I'm just going to recover and get rid of the suppression, even though I know one will go away or just knock the building, but not really the end of the world. And then I'll summarise the turn. It's been... well, it was an eventful turn, wasn't it? The start of the turn with the standby mechanics I really liked. I thought that was quite good play. And, I thankfully managed to get to Veers before Veers was randomly selected. So I managed to shoot the standbys off and jump Luke in, and obviously Luke killed Veers. A very important attack is Luke, obviously. One of the bombs going off. Luke's on 5 wounds now. The snowtrooper unit there is pretty on full. And then everybody else of Jeff's units have sort of swung this way. Bubba's taken 2 wounds just from some sneaky shots. Sabine has done some pretty decent work with Gunslinger. Just took 2 models off, but reasonably easily, which was quite impressive to see. All the medic droids now are tapped out. That's why we still got a full unit of Death Troopers on the board. Obviously, I'm not happy about that, but that's just the way it goes. The snipers have been sort of exchanging fires, killing various units. And Krennic took a wound just from a sneaky 4-man unit naked. And that's really been the end of the turn. I think this next turn could be explosive. Or not, probably not, but we'll see what we pick. Command cards then going into turn 3. I lied, it actually is explosions versus annihilation looms. So it's turn 3, so everybody's going to get a suppression. And I'm just going to give Sabine Wren an order token, and Krennic gets himself and 2 units. So we'll do that, and then we'll do the first turn. First action, whatever you want to call it. So explosions times is happening. We've just measured this out because otherwise it'd be a pain in the backside to do it live. I'm going to move to where this guy is, who's dead currently. And then I'm going to plant these 2 bombs here, which is going to get Boba, everybody here, And the reason it's going to get Boba is, Jeff pointed out, I could just jump onto it once I'm done, which is what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to do a speed 1 move and charge, well, say charge Boba, move into combat with Boba, my arms fell off. And then we're going to blow them up, but we'll do that. I'll get the dice ready and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of dice rolling here. The first bomb, we're going to do it onto the Death Troopers. This has got Blast, which isn't going to matter, but it does surge to crit. So keep that in mind. It's 1 red, 1 white. No, I won't do them too. We'll just do this. It's Blast. We'll just do it like that. So that's going to be 1 wound. It will be another suppression. Is it worth doing 2 at once? Does it make any sense? Everybody's got light cover because of suppression.
Because it's going to be multiple suppressions.
Yeah, so we'll do the next unit. So that one, it does surge to a crit, so that's 2. That's 1 wound on them and the suppression. Onto the medic droids then. That unit there that you can see. That's a blank on that, so nothing for them. Krennic. That's 2 on Krennic. And 2 wounds onto Krennic. And another suppression. And then Boba then is the last unit for this first bomb. And for Boba it is 1. And it's a save there. So suppression on there, and then we'll do the second one in a second. The second bomb then is going to do the exact same thing onto the Death Troopers. Red and a white. It's 1 onto the Death Trooper, who doesn't hit it, so that's another Death Trooper, but that's a shame there. 4 suppression onto them. I'll roll for the medic droid unit there, which is 1. And wound onto the medic droid unit, the other medic droid unit, and that actually is going to give them an extra suppression. I do roll 1 this time. They don't save it, so the DLT goes down. Onto Krennic then. Surges to a crit onto Krennic, so it's 1. Krennic is 1 wound away from death. And onto Boba then. 2 dice onto Boba. It's 1 on Boba, but we'll see if he hits his wound. It's a red dice. And he hits that more than fine. So the explosions is done. A lot of damage and a lot of suppression, mainly because it's the Annihilation Groom's turn. But geez, I think even Compel's going to trigger, but it's definitely interesting turn there. Sabine relatively safe in combat, but we'll see what happens. So he's going to go with the snipers first and try and finish off my sniper, who I'll move for the dice. So he doesn't rally, but they've still got 2 actions, so it doesn't really matter too much. They're going to aim and shoot. I'll reroll that one. That's a crit though, so he's dead anyway. He's dead, so it's fine. Crit into the heavy cover. PS1 will kill my sniper, so he is dead. Just because I need to do something with him, I'm going to take the 3-man unit here. Just try and rally. I'm going to fail to rally, then I'm just going to move and touch the terrain. This guy's in, I think. Yeah. Well, I think that guy was. Well, I just nudged him. So I'm just going to move to the terrain. I'll put him in front of the barricade. But yeah, that'll be that guy done. So it's time for Luke to pay the ultimate price, we think. Any wounds here will put Luke on stims, which essentially kills him. If he does 3 wounds, then he's dead. So, and I won't get to do anything. So you're going to rally your own. It doesn't matter anyway, you're going to get 2 actions, so you're going to be able to aim a thingy. Going to inspire away 1 from Boba. And then it's going to be 5 black dice with an aim. Yep. He's going to aim. Well, not that it's going to matter because it's 4 at the minute. And then it's going to be all 5. So if I don't hit some of these, I could very easily die. I only have 4 dice in my hand, so we'll see what I roll. Oh, he's 2 at the minute, so I need to roll 1. If I don't get this, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. So my sniper's over there. That's what I've drawn now. I'm just going to aim and shoot into his saboteurs. He does have stims on them, but I need to sort of slow down the pain of the bombs. It's black and a white dice, Jason. It's heavy cover down to light, but with an aim, well, that's a crit, so I could actually get 2, but it's more unlikely. So it's 1 dead, and he's not going to stim it at this point. So yeah, that's fine. So, and it's another suppression, so they could lose an action. You never know. So Bubba's going to go now. I'm going to try and rally. I don't think it matters too much for what Jeff's planning, but he actually rallies one of them. Well, we covered, you know what I mean. But he's just going to withdraw, and then shoot Sabine with everything else, basically. So it makes sense. Any distance is fine. He's just going to put himself wherever, as long as it's a speed 1 move, which it obviously is going to be. And yeah, that's Bubba's turn done. So my 4 unit of core troopers tried to rally, failed to rally, so I'm only going to get 1 action, and I'm just going to blast the snow troopers here. They are in light cover with a suppression, So that's going to give them heavy cover, and it's just whatever I roll because I don't have an aim, I don't have anything. I'll keep that dice roll. Oh, there's 2 crits. I'm always rolling these crits. It's just 2 crits again because everything else is a surge and, well, cover. It's 1 wound and a suppression onto the snowtroopers, which I could do with more damage going onto these because that flamer is going to be deadly. Trying to rally on Krennic, who's got 4. So I think he actually needs 1 here, but he's definitely got 1. Going to put him on 3, which gives him at least 1 action, I think. So then Krennic is going to compel. So he's taken the extra suppression, going to move, and because that was free, he's then going to shoot Sabine, who's in no cover. Rainbow dice from Krennic. I think he mainly just looking for the suppression. I'm in light cover because of thingy. And Sharpshooter 1. So that's fine. And he has rolled 1. So I get my defense dice. It is the best save in the game. So let's see how it goes. She does make it, but it is a suppression, which I think it's got PS1, and I'm not immune to PS1, so it is a suppression and a wound. You're not dauntless. The dark saber only gives you immune to pierce in melee. So the unit there that is in the middle, they did rally. So I'm going to aim and shoot the snowtroopers again. They're in heavy cover, but I just need to do some. I just need to get rid of them. It's important I get rid of them. So the aim's coming out. It is a crit and 1 hit, so I'm going to re-roll these 2 black. That surge doesn't do anything. That does give me 2 hits, but they're in heavy cover, so it actually is just going to be the 1. And it's a block, so another suppression, and that's about it. So this unit of stormtroopers rallied one of the suppressions away. Then he's going to compel and move, just to move out of the way a little bit. Then he's going to shoot at Sabine, I believe, with 1 white dice. So it's a crit. Goes through my suppression. Yeah, through the suppression, through the cover, which is true, but it is a suppression. So that puts her on 3. So this unit of rebel troopers, they have rallied, so it gets rid of that. The Duros guy can't see, but I'm just going to aim and shoot at the snowtroopers again. They're obviously in heavy cover, still the same shot as you can imagine, with the name. So I'm getting some through there, because I'm getting at least 1 through, so any extra there... Oh, it's going to be 2 through onto the snowtroopers, which is at least 1. It's 2 dead, and another suppression. So it's going to leave the flamer and the leader. So, yeah, alright, I'll accept this. I needed these guys to die. So, Jeff's last unit of core troopers, they're going to just compel. So they rallied 2 of their suppressions. Then he's going to compel for the extra 1, and that's going to put him where the DLT is. That's going to put him in range 3 of Sabine, and there's no cover, well, light cover again because of the thingy, but it is going to be 2 white and 2 red. Yeah, so we'll see what we get here. 2 white, 2 red from the DLT squad over here. It's a crit, and that one's not going to do anything because of the cover. So it's 1. Quite few. Oh, it's a wound. It's a 2nd wound onto Sabine, and another suppression.
That's what you've been holding off for.
Yeah, because these guys have got 2 suppression, and you don't give a new leader until the end of the turn. If I don't hit one of these guys are actually going to run, which is embarrassing. But you know, it's what happens, y'all. Oh, I've hit 1, so they're not going to run. I am going to have 1 action, and I think that 1 action will simply be to shoot into the snowtroopers. That's the dice here. I've got all people in this one, so it's no aims, but it's heavy cover again. We'll see what I get. So it's 2 crits, 2 going to go through again. Just 2 crits. It's 1 wound, so it's just the leader left and another suppression. The rally onto the Death Troopers, they're going to only have 3. That gives them 1 action, I think. What's the courage? 3?
2.
Courage 2, so... But not panic, obviously, because it's not double. So they are going to have 1 action. They could compel and shoot, or they could just shoot here. We'll have to wait and see what they end up doing. So they're going to shoot into Sabine, and they're going to shoot with... they've got a crit. Did they surge to a crit?
Surge to hits.
They surge to a hit, so one of them's going to go away because of thingy, so it's 2. 2 onto Sabine, and she blocks this one, but it is going to be yet another suppression. That now puts Sabine on to 5 suppression, and it's the Saboteur that's going to be left. So Jeff's last action is the Saboteur unit, and they rallied one of them, so they've only got 1 suppression, so they do get both their actions. Then they're going to plant that bomb, which is going to only be in range of Sabine. Then he's going to move and blow up this bomb. and the bomb is a suppressive weapon, so it's going to be 2 suppression, and it's a hit, so just 1, which is a wound onto Sabine, so I will now put 3 wounds onto Sabine, but it is also 2 suppression, which I will put on right about now. So she is on 7, a lot of suppression basically, and that is basically, I think, the end of the turn. Everybody's been another eventful turn. The explosions there from Sabine did a lot of work just whittling down all the units, but there's still like people, you know, one guy there, one guy there, one guy there with a medic droid. This unit pretty healthy. A lot of the people won't be getting rid of suppression because we are playing hostile environment. So, you know, some people who aren't touching it will not be getting rid of it. These guys will pretty much be okay. As will be my sniper. And yeah, I think that Luke died. He got punched in the face. That's just what happens. And yeah, then the rest of my army shot that snowtrooper unit in return. Sabine's panicking severely, very badly. We'll see what happens there. And yeah, I think that's the end of the turn. We'll pick the command cards in a moment. Command card time then. I'm pretty much out because I never used any of Luke's really, apart from Son of Skywalker. We've got Whipcord, and we have the graffiti one, which basically is going to allow Sabine to recover, so I'm going to get rid of the suppression. But yeah, like obviously it's still going to be bad because she's going to get Whipcorded in a minute, because that's just the way it goes. So I'm going to give my order to Sabine. Jeff will give his to Boba, and then obviously Krennic will give one to a unit in a moment, but we'll come back and do the first action in a moment. Boba's then going to go straight away with the whipcord Sabine, because, you know, Sabine's a key player in this now. The one rally for Boba, now I have put the graffiti token here, which is going to help me, but you do roll 1 less dice to a minimum of 1, so that's why Boba still obviously got his, and he's literally just going to aim and shoot at Sabine, so it's 4 black dice with an aim. He's getting turned around just so he can see his target, lock onto his target, and all the dice are spread quite a bit there. I can't even see them. That one was a crit.
I'll relax.
Yep, right. It was cocked. I can't even see these.
So
It's
that's it. 4 hits.
4 hits at the moment. I say at the moment, but
that goes to crits.
Goes to crits. Was there? You've got sharpshooter, so it don't really matter. So 4 dice. She's gonna have to stim them because she's
one.
Well, she's gonna have to stim them anyway. Let me just check her wounds. She's got, so it's 3 wounds. Oh, if she's PS1, I need to roll an extra dice. Can I borrow a dice? She's got impervious, the same as Bubba. There we go. So you're going to pierce that one. So it's going to take 2 wounds. So 2 wounds. She only got 5 wounds, but I do have stims. Obviously, if I didn't stim this, she would die. So her next activation does kill her, and which is what I'm going to have to do straight away, because otherwise, you know, 1 more shot will kill her anyway. So because there's a graffiti token, it means I roll 1 extra dice here. I'm obviously going to go with Sabine because I need to. So I'm going to roll 4 rally dice. I need to at least hit 1. No, I need to hit 2 to have 2 actions. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Oh, I do get 2. So I'm going to have 1 suppression left, which is fine for me. It's actually pretty perfect, but I'm going to die anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then I'm just going to decide who I'm going to shoot. So with Sabine, I was going to gunslinger, but I'm not happy with my targets. I really only have this Death Trooper and then maybe Krennic, but I think Krennic might be easy to kill. So I'm going to just, because he only withdrew from me, I'm going to do my Speed 1 move, because I've only got 2 immobilization, so I can still do a Speed 1. I'm going to move into Bubba, because I have 2 actions, and then going to attack. Now I only have, I say only, I've got 5 black dice with PS1. No aims or anything like that, but yeah, whatever, that's what I'm going to get. Oh, and it's good. It is good. That is all 5. It's PS1, so you need 6 red dice, because you've got impervious, so you need 6 red dice. Let's see what we get here. Impervious, it means you're gonna, and I pierce 1 of them away, so you've blocked 4 and I hit 5, so it's 1 wound onto Bubba, and that will be the end of Sabine. It's
range 1 to 2.
Yep, I think you're going to be in range 1 to 2. I think it's of the terrain piece, so yep, you're going to get 1 less. So you're going to get 3 dice on Krennic. Oh, he hits all 3, which does mean you're still on 1 suppression, but that's a fantastic roll there.
It's fine, it could come.
So Krennic is going to move. I think, is he coming this way? I can do it if you want me to. You coming a bit this way?
Yeah, I'm basically keeping out of 3 of them, even a cheeky shot.
Sure, let's just put you there, and then range 3 is up to here. We can go straight. Oh, you want to stay in range 3
Fine,
there?
stay in range 3 of that, and
Pretty sure you're at range 3 there.
I think I'm in range 3 there. Just nudge it a bit.
Yep.
That's it.
Happy with that. Double move there from Krennic. Obviously the the suppression roll. So because of the graffiti token, I'm actually going to get 2 dice when I take this unit. I just need one of them. I actually roll both of them. And then this unit is actually going to aim and shoot at the snow trooper there. I've not lost any guys, so it is 5 black, 6 white, which I think I'm short of a white. There it is. So just bear with me a second. So I'm going to aim and shoot him. I know it's possibly overkill. He is in heavy cover and etc. But I need him dead. It's 2 crits at the minute and 3 hits. So I'm going to roll these 2. It's actually 4 hits. I think this guy might die. So 2 of them are going to go away for heavy cover. So it's 4. So we should be looking at 4 red dice. He's dead. So that's what I needed there. Gets rid of the snowtrooper unit because they might not have panicked because of the extra courage. So these guys rallied 1 and then compelled for the other one, so it's actually going to stay on 3 suppression and then they're going to move. And then we're going to see a shot here. They don't have the range 4 weapon at the minute, do they? It needs tapping, I think, doesn't it?
Yep.
And then a shot from them guys into the rebel troopers is going to be 3 black dice. Into heavy cover, thankfully, because of the way I've positioned them, but heavy cover, that's not going to be anything. So that's pretty decent on my end. They failed to rally. I'm just going to 3 black dice it into Boba, so I only have 1 action. It's 2 hits, heavy cover, so just a suppression.
I don't want you to record this.
So these guys have, they didn't rally any because of the graffiti token, and then they're going to compel because they were on 2, puts them on 3. That lets them move, and then I think we're going to see a double move. So we'll sort that. You can see where they're going. They're going to move just behind them. It's a bit awkward, but it's fine. So I managed to rally because of the graffiti token, which stays to the end of the game, which is pretty good. They, as you can see, going to move to there. Then I'm going to move to here and just touch this terrain with a double move, staying out of sight of the bomb. And then I will cohere them. So with the saboteurs, they're going to plant a bomb and then just hide behind the building. Sorry, I wasn't recording that. I was daydreaming. My rebel troopers who were here, who weren't suppressed, I've just done a speed 1 over the barricade to touch the barricade. That's just to get into range of the death troopers. They're in heavy cover. They've got the greatest save in the game. So I have no aim, but you know, crits and stuff like that would be very nice right now. I say crits would be very nice. I see 2 crits. They are in heavy cover, and I see 4. So it's actually going to be 4 die. Oh, 5 die. 5. Yeah, heavy cover's going to take them away. 5 hits onto the death troopers, and it's at least one wound. I'll take it. 1 wound onto the death troopers. A great roll, both sides there, pretty happy. So these guys didn't rally any of the 2 dice because of the graffiti token, they only rolled 1. Then they're going to compel, take an extra suppression, move into the light cover, which technically is heavy because they've got so much suppression, and they're going to take a pop shot at the brown unit. The green unit. Yeah. The green unit, they've got 2. They're in heavy cover, but you know, it's 2 white and 2 red, is it? Yeah, 2 white, 2 red. We'll get those dice down right now. It's a crit and a hit, so I was in heavy, so it's 1. 1. Oh, and he does block it, so it is just a suppression onto the green unit there. With my sniper at the back here, I've conceded that I'm not going to make it to the end zone. So what I've done is I've just moved them up to there, and I'm just going to shoot the death trooper. They're in heavy cover. I'm going to aim and shoot. Well, not aim and shoot because I can't aim, but I'm going to shoot this turn. Next turn I'll be aiming and shooting. They don't surge, do they? Do they surge? They surge to a hit, which is then just going to be a suppression. In return, Jeff snipers are going to shoot my little 3-man unit there, heavy down to light, with an aim. He's needing the aim. Oh, he does need the aim. That's a crit. 1 white dice. It's pierced anyway. Doesn't matter. Remove that guy and put another suppression on them. Yep. My last unit of rebel troopers, I should say. I can't get into range 3, so I'm just going to double move. Because obviously I can't shoot, so I just nudged that a little bit. And ideally I would have touched the terrain, and I still possibly can, but whether or not it's worth it because then I won't be in cover is an interesting question. But then I am staying away from the bombs. I think I'm going to lose because I think there's too many units here that I really need to kill, but a couple of them, they're all on a few models. So I think I'm going to have to take the chance of just shooting into heavy cover on turn 5. So I'm going to move up and touch this terrain. But I'm going to touch it just as close to there as I can, and then I'm going to try and cohere so I can get heavy cover, but we'll see if that works. So right at the start of that, that's the end of turn 4. Obviously at the start, whipcorded onto Sabine, killing Sabine was Boba. I'm very upset about that, but you know, that's just the way it goes. A lovely painted Boba, but Sabine's dead. She was whipcorded, then she just charged Boba because I felt like I could probably get more damage doing that than Gunslinger, but in the end it was 1 wound. And then essentially we've had a compel combo down the side here. Compel from Krennic and the Death Troopers compelling each other along the board, and the Stormtroopers just sort of following along for the laugh. The sniper war is still continuing. Basically, I don't think I can win on a numbers thing trying to get into that corner, just because looking at the bombs and stuff like that. So what I'm actually trying to do right now is to kill as much as I can here. And just, you'll probably get a couple of things in. Hopefully I'll kill a unit or so. Everybody's in position to shoot them, but we'll see what happens. We are going into turn 5. I only have standing orders left, so it's going to be whatever Jeff decides to play, but we'll come back and we'll probably assign tokens and stuff like that. So Bubba's going to go straight away. We've played the flame projector, so that gives him the, the flamer basically, which is the red dice. He's going to go straight into the unit one of the units, you don't really need to know which, I guess. So it's 5 red and 2 black with PS1, and he has it aimed as well. It's almost certainly a dead unit because there's no cover, so it should be 7 dice. So I will assort my dice. So I suspect this is going to be a fully dead unit, but you never know. Yes, because I've only hit 1, so it's 6 dead. So that is an entire unit gone. My sniper all the way in the back with standing orders. I gave them the order. I'm just going to aim and shoot at the Death Troopers that are right here. They're in heavy cover, but down to light with an aim. Come on. No, that's just going to be a suppression. Jeff snipers then have been randomly selected. They're going to aim and shoot into the full squad here in heavy cover down to light. That's 0 at the moment. This is very reminiscent of the last turn. Oh, double blank into double blank. I don't know if you saw that, but not even a suppression onto these guys. They're living on the edge. So the unit that was just shot at is going to shoot straight into the Death Troopers with an aim. We're not moving. We've got to try and start whittling stuff down. With an aim, I've been finding a couple of crits every turn. There are no crits. Oh, there is 1 crit. Sorry, that was a hit. So at the minute, that's 3 hits and a crit. 2's going to go away for heavy cover, so I'll reroll 2 of these into a surge, which is nothing. So 2 go away because of heavy cover. That is 2. And it's fine. Just a suppression onto the Death Troopers, which could matter because they are now on 6. So you never know, they could run away. So Jeff rallied one of them, then he's going to compel. That keeps him on 2 suppression. He's going to move, and what he's moving is just into range 3 of one of my guys, but not my leader. So they won't be able to shoot back, essentially. And then he's going to shoot into my Rebel Troopers over there with his decent... No aims or anything, but that's 3 at the minute, so it is 3. So it will be a suppression no matter what, of course. And then we'll see how many die. If any die, 2 die. So 2 die and a suppression. So there we go. So my core unit then, I've decided, looking at the board, honestly, I'm hoping the Death Troopers are going to panic. There's 4 units here. It's unlikely I'm going to kill all of them. Maybe I can kill 2. Maybe these will panic and maybe I could get Krennic. And then what am I left with? I'm left with 2 units, and then Boba just gets in. So these would get in and Boba would get in. That's 2. I'm then relying on a rally over there. It's not looking good for me, but what I've decided to do is I'm going to try and kill Boba. I need to kill Boba Fett. So I'm going to take this guy, move, touch the terrain. As you can see, the markers were out of range 1. I'll put everybody in cohesion right now just so everybody can see. And there's no issues with range 1. And then I'm going to unleash into Boba, who's got no cover, but, he's got light cover, but, it's the best I can do. No aims, whatever I roll is whatever I roll, that's still stuck in my hand. So 1 goes away because of light cover, that's going to leave 4 because of the crit. So it's 4 hits onto Boba Fett. I need 2. If I get 2, there's a chance. And at the minute, it's 1. So it's 1 wound, and he's still on 1 left. That's not what I needed in my life. This trooper unit just didn't rally, even though they were out of range of the graffiti, and just going to do a single move with the 1 action. This unit here are on 2 suppression. I will get 3 dice because I'm in range 1 to 2 of the graffiti token. I need at least 1, otherwise I literally panic. And I don't get them, so I am going to panic. That's just a move 2 this way. I'll do that off the camera because it's a bit of a pain in the bum. So the Death Troopers are in range of the hill, and that's what we're going to go with. So it's going to be 5. There's none, so he's going to stick with the 6 suppression there, which is going to panic. And Panic's going to go, and I think you might be okay because I think you can't get to the other side of Vias. Let me have a. Oh, you can just get to the other side, just about, I believe. It's very hard to do that without shaking my hands. But yeah, so they definitely could go off the board next turn. They're still going to have 6 suppression, but they are going to be out of range of the graffiti token. So my last unit of core troopers going to try and rally with the graffiti token in range. I could do with one of them. Oh, I don't get one of them, so I'm just going to have to move outside of range of the explosion-y thing, and yeah, not great. So Krennic is going to move up, try to get out of range of the sniper or line of sight of the sniper, but it's actually just going to be heavy cover. Then he's going to heavy cover shot into the brown unit that doesn't have a suppression with the rainbow dice. Sharpshooter 1, so it's going to be 1. 1 dice from me, which is a wound onto the brown guys, and more importantly, a suppression. I'll give it to that guy. And a suppression onto them. So, I mean, if I don't rally both of them, then I can't get into the end zone anyway. So, the Saboteurs are going to move up and plant this bomb, which is just going to be in range of just this unit, but it is going to give them double suppression, basically. So, as long as it hits, I guess, is the other one. It did get 1 there, so that's going to be 1. It's going to be 2 suppression no matter what. We'll see if 1 dies. 1 does die. Not really the end of the world in my life, but it's the 2 suppression, which is the end of the world in my life, because now, yeah, one of them is going to go away because of the end of the turn, but, oh yeah, it's going on the Saboteurs as well. Oh, 2 blanks, that's what I needed in my life. Damn. Bubba, in that turn, the end of turn 5, Bubba flamed, well, the recap of turn 5, Bubba flamed me, got rid of that unit. Managed to get a couple of suppression all over me there. Whether or not I can rally and get into that end zone is probably neither here nor there at the moment. I think it's unlikely. This unit panicked away. The Death Troopers panicked away. But Bobber, the 2 units of Stormtroopers and Krennic can probably easily get in. And yeah, it's going to be very hard to stop. It was looking like an Imperial victory, but we'll obviously it's turn 6 now, so we'll play it out. I have to go with standing orders, so that's the end of that debate. And Jeff is looking ready. He's going to play the jetpack rocket launcher, which is an interesting move. Yeah, well, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I think he might have to double move into the end zone if he wanted to, but it probably won't matter in the end, to be fair. So Jeff has randomly selected and got the special forces. He's just going to move up and plant a bomb that's well, it's going to get him and these 3 guys. We can easily make it so he doesn't get Bobber, so we're not too worried about that. He's going to place it there, but that's fine. It's going to get all 3 of these units. So take your pick first. Which unit are you going for? The green unit at the back, they've got 1 suppression, but it's blast anyway. 2. It's going to leave 1 of my guys alive, 2 guys alive, but it is double suppression. So I'm almost certainly not going to get into the end zone here. They surges to a crit, so 1 dice here. Oh, he does hit it, but it's 2 suppression. And then himself. I thought I wanted to die. He deserves to die. 2 crits. Stop that. He's going to stim this anyway, no matter what happens. He's blocked 1 of them, but he will stim it. So he's 1 wound away from death, basically. But that's not really going to matter. So these guys are going to try and rally. I get 5 dice because of the thingy. I literally need to hit 4. So it'd be unlikely. It is unlikely they're going to panic. So that's them guys done. Well, I'm just going to take them off the board because they're actually not going to get in the end zone and they're not going to make it to the thingy. I'll just move them over here if it ever does come down to points. But I don't think it will. So Jeff selected his Death Troopers. He's got 6 suppression, so if he doesn't hit 2 of these, he dies. If he hits 2, well, he actually needed to hit 3, because 2 sends into 4. That means they panic, they're off the board, so the Death Troopers are dead. And I'll give you a suppression. So there's a very slim chance here, so I'm just going to aim and shoot into Krennic. I need to cause 2 wounds to kill him. Yeah, I'm going to aim and shoot. He's in light cover, because it's in area terrain. It's not in heavy. With the aim, so that's 2 crits off the bat and then a hit, so I need any hits here will be an extra hit. 2 more hits, so that's 4 white dice, terrible saves. He doesn't make it, so Krennic goes down as well, and that he can't pick his leader until the end of this turn, but this unit of Stormtroopers will make it anyway. This unit of Stormtroopers, they'll need to hit both to get in, so it's looking like a 2-to-1 kind of thing, but you know, dreams have happened before. So the unit of Stormtroopers, they only need 1. They get 1 dice anyway. They've hit it, so they get 2 actions weirdly, but not that matter. I guess it does matter because they're then going to be able to shoot. They're going to move into the end zone. The exact distance here probably won't matter. Depends who he's going to want to shoot. So he's going to shoot the ones here that well, they're in the it's light cover, but they're panicked at the moment. That's 3. 3. Did we take 1 away for light cover then? No, it's light cover. Sorry, 2. just one alive, but an extra suppression, which is probably the important bit at this stage. So I think I've not got my dice ready. I should have 4 dice. I'm going to try and rally these. Then literally for me to do anything, I need to not panic at least, and at least get a shot. So we'll see how this goes. So it's I get rid of 1. That's going to put me on 2. That is actually going to panic. And again, we'll just estimate that because it don't matter. But they're panicked. They're not going to get in. So this is the sniper shot into the one guy. It's like covered down to nothing, so he is dead. So I only have my sniper left.
Very close.
So obviously, once that guy goes down, I really needed my sniper to probably kill Boba, or I needed these guys to rally to kill Boba. That would have given me, well, even if he dies, to be fair, I then would have needed to have killed these guys, presuming that they would have panicked or just not been able to get in. But I needed one of those guys to rally and then not die to the bomb. If they would have both rallied, I could have made it so I could have got in, but with only exploding 1 bomb. So I needed many things to happen. I needed to kill Boba, rally one of them and get in, and then win on points. So it was very unlikely. It was a close game though. We were just saying off camera that Jeff just came swamping into the middle here, and he had a nice like diagonal line. I sort of split myself around this building, which almost worked. When you look at the amount of wounds that you've got left, it's not like loads. There's a 4-man unit there, a 2-man unit there who's at risk this turn. Bubba, who's only got a couple of wounds left, that guy's on stim, so he would have died next turn. And then the sniper. So model-wise, it was quite close, but I've got 2 units panicking. This unit, which is fine, and then the snipers. Technically, I could have brought up the sniper to try and make it so they don't panic. But the problem with that is I needed somebody to help whittle down the section here, and you know, it just didn't happen, basically. So that's the end of the game. Congratulations, GG to Jeff. I don't think we did a handshake on camera, so we're going to do one off camera. GG. Always say I was trying to teach my nephew to shake hands when he won or lost. He was not having it. I was like, no, this is the correct thing to do. You've got to be polite. He's like, nah. But GG to Jeff. It was actually a fun game. We've been talking about it off camera and stuff like that. Interesting play. It was good. I think I probably made a mistake not giving an order to Luke. And then letting him die to the snow troopers, which is just embarrassing for Luke. Yeah. It's an embarrassment, and I can't lie. And then the bomb with Sabine, I think that should have been 1 turn later, and then because that wreaked havoc, didn't it?
Oh, it did, absolutely. Double bomb.
Yeah.
So 2 suppression on everyone, and then 2 lots of hits.
Yeah, it was pretty tasty, and I probably also should have killed your Saboteur. The 1 unit of Saboteur. For the Imperials just did more work than I shouldn't have let it do it. No, but I did, and that's my fault. But other than that, I think it was actually quite a close game. We had on the Imperial side of things, it was looking dicey because a lot of your units had not many people in, but that Compel combination with the Death Troopers having Compel and Krennic having Compel just let you drag them all the way across.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we originally wanted to go down one flank. Sabine and Luke turned up. That wasn't going to happen, so we had to work out how to get back out quickly whilst under suppression, and the Compel really pulled it out for us because it meant we could compel them away and then shoot, even though normally we'd only get 1 action.
Mm-hmm. It completely drew you to the other side of the board, whereas my battle line was just sort of out of the game, dealing with a bloody 1 Saboteur, which is a depressing sight. But it was actually a fun game. Thank you for coming, Jeff. I
thank you for the invite.
Oh, it's been a lot longer than we anticipated. We probably could have finished earlier if we were going a bit quicker, but you know, mistakes were made. Hope if you enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe. Have a beautiful day and goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.